Good morning to all of you. Myself, Surya Prakash. I'm at CSIR series, as Joshua pointed out. Let's not go much deep into image processing because you're all third-year students, and I expect an elective to come up. So you can be sure that I'm not going to teach you any theory. It's going to be just applications, just see what's happening around in this field. It's very, very interesting. I hope I could grab some minds from here. Okay. Just to talk about my research organization, which is Central Electronics Engineering Research Institute. So basically, CERI is a research organization which comes under CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. So its headquarters at New Delhi. So we do have a mission because we are a government institution, and we have a mission that we should do some work related to societal impact and industrial level operations. So CSIR is not a small institute. It's very old, more than 50 years old, and it is now widespread all throughout India. It has various laboratories on various fields. It's not only electronics engineering. We have chemical electronics, we have physical electronics, we have CSIO, which is Scientific and Instruments Organization. So all throughout India, if you just watch through here. Can we have this switch? Fonts are so small, it doesn't fit in one slide, but I've just tried to cramp up everything here. So there are so many number of laboratories throughout India based on CSIR. So CSIR governs all this 39 laboratories all throughout India. So you can see right from the northeast down to the south, we have NIST at Trivandrum, we have CSIO, which is at Chandigarh, we have IIM at Jammu. So we have covered all throughout, working on different fields and different areas. So these are the list of laboratories that we have under CSIR's head. Anyway, so to be more specific, out of one of the 30 laboratories of CSIR, CERI is one of the laboratory. CERI stands for Central Electronics Engineering Research Institute. So we are headquartered at Pilani, Rajasthan, and it's a beautiful campus actually. The most important aspect is we have been working in all these areas for the past 50-55 years. So the major R&D area that we do is specifically towards microwave tubes, semiconductor electronics, and electronic systems. So when it comes to microwave tubes, we do a lot of projects for ISRO, DRDO, some of the equipments that they want, we develop them and we supply them. So we actually touch the government organizations a lot under some of the projects. Semiconductor electronics is where most of the VLSI, very large scale integration systems, and MEMS, micro electromechanical systems, nanotechnology, all this comes under those heads of semiconductor devices. So it's a wide, varied area that we work with. The electronic systems is again very vast. Due to the advent of many microcomputers and microcontrollers, you have so much amount of electronic systems running around. All the technologies is the latest we find, like wireless networking, IoT, image processing, signal processing. All these aspects comes under this head of electronic systems. So these are three important areas that we work with. So I basically come from CERI Madras complex. So CERI has a complex at Chennai, which is a small number. It's around 39 people working there, around 15 scientists there working in various different fields. So some of the fields that we have, most importantly, is machine-vision inspection system, which has image processing as a very basic background. Next, we have process automation, mainly towards control systems, etc. We also have towards visible and near-infrared spectroscopy, which is working on various spectroscopic aspects of various chemicals that you follow. Now anyway, I don't want to go deep into all this stuff, but these are the different areas that we work with. And looking at the student areas, students also have a lot of different. Now, okay, just look at this photo here. So what you basically look at this thing is like a set of rocks here and there and some waterfalls here running around, maybe two of them, right? Yeah, horses, right? So there are so many things in this, isn't it? That's the first effect that you get when you see it for the very first time, isn't it? Maybe for just 2 or 4 seconds, if you see this, you are going to look at that. But when you keep looking deeper into this, what you can see? That's right. So the fact is, your mind has changed, right, from rocks to phases. Right? How did it happen? We doesn't even know. It's all in the perception. It's all in our brain. Right? Okay. Immediately, first 2 seconds or 3 seconds, we might have seen the rocks, but after some time, okay, something was telling, okay, something else is there, right? And it happened to be some phases, and it's not a single phase. Sorry, it's not a single phase. There are so many phases here, isn't it? And you see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there are people right here in this also. 6, 7, 8, 9. There are so many are there. Actually, even I didn't count it, but people say there are 16 phases in there. So I have not counted for me, sure. So the point what I'm trying to make here is the human visual system is so complex, and trying to emulate the human visual system into something mechanical is very, very tough or very difficult, right? Now, okay, just another thing that I want to show up is maybe this human thing. Like again we'll see the complexity here. How many of you see 2 phases? Or a prototype of 2 phases, profile of 2 phases? Everybody see 2 phases? Right, looking at each other, isn't it? That's how it looks like. Anybody else looks at something else? Don't say this dot, that's my mistake, that's my cursor. Anything else that you see other than the 2 phases? Flags, where is the flag? Where is it? Okay, I'll let you know. There is a wine glass here. Is there a wine glass? Yeah, there is a wine glass here. Now, the fact here is, okay, cool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Like, the fact here is, if you consider, okay, I'll just tell you what is the problem, why we missed it. Right? I'm just trying to point it. Like if you consider white as the background, right? If you consider white as the background, automatically your black comes in the foreground, so you see 2 phases. Now if you look at the other way, keep your black as the background and see white as the foreground, so what do you see? No, that's a wine glass. Alright? So it's the way at which we look that deceives our view. Isn't it? So this is a very basic thing that could fool you. What we see is actually not what we see, right? So there are so many things, aspects running into it. But still, the fact is you can make up during the second point. When I said, okay, you look at the wine glass, then you started looking at the wine glass. But your still mind can decipher as a wine glass, isn't it? So human mind is so complex, but the fact is you cannot bring all these aspects into a machine just like that, right? You cannot simply automate, saying that I'm going to replace this machine with this human with a machine. You cannot do that just like that, because machine doesn't have the capability of what a human can do, right? So there is a lot of issues are there in doing such kind of a transformation. So we have to completely understand human vision, which is literally impossible at this point of time. But the thing what we can do is emulate what your mind is doing, make your machine to do what you are doing, right? That is what you are interested in moving on. Anyway, I'll come back to such slides, but in between, I'm just going to bring up certain stuff of theoretical aspects also, so that, okay, there is some kind of a match that you can do. So basically, what is running behind is that when you want to do the translation of human vision to machines, the only way to do is use what? What is the replacement for a human eye in a machine? Camera, isn't it? So camera comes as a replacement for your eyes, isn't it? So if you want to make a machine like a human, definitely it should have a view, isn't it? It should have a vision. So you have to bring up a camera aspect to it, right? So you have to bring in camera. So when you bring in cameras, the thing is you are going to have everything in digital, right? Everybody uses a camera, everybody uses a mobile phone. There are no mobile phones here which may not have a camera, right? Every mobile phone has a camera nowadays. So the thing is, you go for better and better cameras as the day goes on, isn't it? When I was in 2005 in my Anna University, I had a small system which was only VGA camera. That is only 0.3 MP. 0.3 MP, nobody will buy that camera now. Will you buy it? Right? What is the maximum camera have here? Yeah, 12 megapixels. Who is having the maximum here? Hands please. Maximum 12 MP, 15 MP, 38 MP. Somebody is having a 38 MP camera. Okay, anyway. So the point is that as the day goes on, okay, stay with me, yeah. So as the day goes on, the technology gets bigger and bigger, and you're going to get a lot of data, right? The technology is making a lot of things. Now, 10 years down the lane, from a 0.3 megapixel, it is now staying at 30 megapixel camera, just like that, and you can get it into throwaway price, maybe a 5,000, 6,000 rupees. You can throw, maybe, okay, 20,000 rupees for mobile phone you buy, you're going to get a good camera, right? So money is not even a problem nowadays, right? Money is not a problem to buy such kind of equipment, it's because they're already less. But the fact is, all the cameras, images that you take are digital in nature, isn't it? So you can transfer them from one place to another. That means from your camera phone, you can transfer it through WhatsApp. That is again taking a wireless medium to transfer, right? All these things are digital in nature. So there is a representation for images. Whatever you take in the camera, it's going to be converted into a digital form. Digital form is what is available, and you're going to see at what are the various points at it. So how is it being represented? So you have an image, you have taken, let us say you have taken an image, and that image you are going to have an X and Y, so you're going to have X number of pixels along, Y number of pixels along vertical direction, right? So the total number of pixels that you have, that's what is being calculated. Maybe for here, if you say it's a 512 cross 512 number of pixels, then I'm going to have 0.26 MP. But to explain this, I don't need to say what is called as a pixel, what is called as a MP, right? Because you all know, you all use it, isn't it? So you know how much, when you take one shot in your camera phone, you know how much memory it's going to take, right? That's all related to this number, right? So we say this as the image resolution, and this resolution gets better and better. That's what I say. 10 years back it was 0.3 MP, now it is 30 MP. It's a huge leap, right? It's a very big leap, but still you have a better image resolution. That's what is the interest of the technology. Now, image representations, okay, there are three ways of representing images. There are a binary way and a grayscale and a color scale way. Binary is where you have either a white or black, right? And the grayscale is where you have all the transitions from black to a white. That means all the gray levels you have. And then you have a color image. You have 3 layers of RGB layers for a single image. That's what normally every camera has now. Various formats are there, GIF, JPEG, BMP, TIFF, all these are different kinds of ways in which you save your images, isn't it? So, okay, I'm just bringing this up just to make a refresh of it. Now, okay, when we talk about digital images, what is happening, you're taking an image and if you're going to just zoom in to a certain part of it, what you're seeing is literally numbers. Right? Because each point has to be represented by a number. right? Those numbers are only bringing up the colors. It is not the color that is actually the thing, right? You are representing a color with a number, right? So that's the way it is in a computer system. And whatever you do is do manipulation with these numbers, nothing else. So what you're doing is only a matrix manipulation of numbers, right? It's not the color that you're manipulating in your processing. So when you talk about color images, we have 3 channels as pointed. So you have an RGB. So wherever the red is there, you can see their intensity is high. All right. And wherever you have a green, the corresponding will become the white, right? It's a white. And then wherever you have the blue, probably they will get white, right? So they have their individual representation. So the combination of these colors are going to bring up any color. Why RGB? Yeah, so they are the primary colors, right? So with that 3 primary colors, you can develop any color from the palette, right? So the combination of these 3 channels could lead to anything like yellow or anything else, right? Magenta, whatever you want, you can generate from these 3 channels. Okay, with all these images we have taken, the intention is always to do the processing, right? You cannot just simply have it and keep it in your phone like keeping your selfies, isn't it? You want to do something with that, right? Let's say you want to morph it, you want to draw something on it, or you want to put a mustache on somebody's face, right? It's a normal thing that we do. So what we need to do is the processing of it. But the fact is, to understand what is there in the image, we need complex algorithms. That is what we call it as image processing algorithms. So there are many algorithms, but the fact is they are not easy. They are slightly bit complicated. And that's why the researchers are high on that area. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep on doing. There are many aspects to it. One problem of processing an image is smudging. If I want to extract this guy from here, what you can see. Do you think that I can just extract this guy using an image algorithm? Is it possible? It's possible, but look at the complexity of this algorithm should handle. Now this guy's legs are very close to the background, isn't it? So when you do the cropping, you're going to do what? You will also crop this fellow's legs, isn't it? So there is a complexity lying with the image processing itself. Now the same thing is here also. This is what? Okay, everybody says a car, it's a car, right? But when you say give it to an image processing algorithm, will it say it is a car? If you have defined to the image processor that okay, that car is something which should have 4 wheels and 1 shader and a bonnet and right, everything, all these aspects you should give. But looking at this image, you could hardly find 2 wheels, right? Because they are getting smudged back with the background, so you hardly can differentiate it. If you can't differentiate it, obviously it's tough for the machine to differentiate it, isn't it? So there is a complexity lying right there, right? These kind of problems are existing in image processing domain. It's called smudging. Same thing as it is. You cannot stop this girl because what she is wearing is something close to the background, isn't it? Okay, that's for a joke. Okay, so image processing is something, as I pointed, very highly applicable in many areas. One important application that you can see is a media applications. Medical will come later, but media applications is something very highly evident. Let us say you can have anybody to jump off the roof, right, and make him fall right on the, you can make him fall right onto the ground without breaking his legs, right? All these are image processing, what we call it as VFX, right, visual effects. So all these have their base from image processing, right? You have to do image processing in order to get that kind of a clarity. I'll give you some of the things now. If I want to extract, let us say, this object, these 2 horses I have, from the background, without taking my paint. Everybody uses paint, isn't it? The tool in Microsoft that you use, right? So what you have to do is you have to take a cutter, a scissor, go across all the way across the body of this object and put a closed loop so that you crop it and take it, isn't it? Now I don't want to do that. What I want is, I'm going to tell my next user, okay, that is my object, the blue line that I draw. I say, okay, that is my object. You do the cutting. I don't want to do the cutting. And you tell what is the background. So it differentiates the background and the foreground, and based on these two informations, we can able to do a proper cut, and you can generate the background to foreground. Now when you are getting this map of foreground to background, what you can definitely do is you can do anything with the foreground image. You can place it all through the thing, right? Many people that I've seen, right, old age photographs, people would have got smudged in water or something. So what they do, they take it to some Photoshop, and what they do a cut and paste it into a new place and make it a proper photo, isn't it? All these things are happening nowadays. These are nothing but image processing applications. Like your Photoshops, what you have. Everybody uses Photoshop, isn't it? Most of them, yeah. So you literally use these kind of tools. You are literally using image processing, but the only thing you don't know is you are using image processing. So it's all running at the background of these hi-fi software. So that's how Rajinikanth has been made to fly on the air, right? Oh, in what movie was that? Yeah, so maybe that's the way in which they do it, right? Photo montaging, this is again a media application. Now this is no different from that. I just need to put a box of it and just tell where is the foreground, right? Now this red box that I draw is something which I draw, or the user draw, and say, okay, there is a guy inside the red box cropping, right? Once you do that, then you can play with it for any other photograph. You can just transport them to any other photographs wherever you want, right? All this comes under media applications. All these are a part of the software that you have, all the major softwares. Okay, they not only work with images, they also work well with videos. So let us say if I'm not interested, let's say this is what I have, and I'm not interested with all the backgrounds I have. Maybe some dirty stuff are there around. I'm not interested in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this guy and I'm going to paste him in some other new one. Alright? So I have this algo that would run, which to cut the person from the video. No, not that way. So you can literally do that for the string of videos also. Right? Videos are nothing but they are frames of photos, isn't it? There's a lot of photos running behind. So once you have who's the foreground, you can pass that information of foreground to all the photos available at the back, isn't it? All the frames available at the back. Now this is a very nice application, which you should also be finding in many applications. Now what you see here is okay. Okay. According to you, which one is a good image? This one or this one? Left side is a good image? Really? Really left is a good? Second one is good. Why is that? Sorry. Okay, anyway, play that. Okay, so most of you said it is the left one. Some of you said it is the second. Now, what is the difference between them? Yeah. Okay. Second one has got a blur. But what is good with blur? What is good with the blur? Yeah. So if you're really watching a sports channel, let us say you're watching a Star Sports. Anyway, I'm not going to tell what I'm watching. But the fact is, if I'm watching a sports channel, what you're interested in is the sports person, isn't it? So you want to look at the sports person, so you are not cared about foods or the background, right? So what these people will do is just to smudge these backgrounds. They'll blur these backgrounds so that whoever's in the front is only of the interest, right? So the front is only the players. So you can see the players are not smudged or they are not being blurred. But what you can see is the background is what is blurred, right? So the fact is, you are going to give more attention towards the players rather than the background, right? Your interest is always going to stick with the people who are playing the game and not the people who are standing. Maybe if you're looking at the girl, that's different, but then you should not watch sports channel anyway. So if you are watching sports channel, that's what we mean to say. You are going to look at the sports people and people who are playing it. So that's where your interest is always. So you give stress on to it, right? So these kind of enhancement techniques are available. So they can be used, and these are going to have image processing based techniques. Okay, how many of you know about this panorama technique? It's a very famous technique. Panorama technique. Yeah, okay, one has two, three, four. Okay, Lord, thank you. Lord, yeah. So what's panorama? Yeah, so you have a wide screen taker, isn't it? So I don't know whether it is available in the phones. Available? Okay. So I am outdated, fine. So, but they are available definitely with digital cameras, right? So you have a panorama taker available now. So what panorama takes is it does not take a single shot. What you have to do? Yeah, so you have to take the cam and just move it all along from one end to the other end and take all the pieces, isn't it? But what is really happening in the phone is not a single shot of image. What is happening is it takes multiple frames, right? It takes around 100 frames when you move the cam, right? So it takes something like this. It takes from left to the right so many. Okay, what you see here is one frame, second frame, third frame. Like that, it takes multiple frames from the left to the right. Then what happens? The algorithm inside, or the image processing algorithm runs inside to do something called the stitching process. It stitches one image to the next image. It stitches the second image to third image to the fourth image. So it does a continuous stitching. When it is doing the stitching right from start to the last, that's when you generate a bigger version of the image. So when you have it, so what you see here is a one image, second image, third image. So there are so many images overlapped. So we are doing a stitching on that, or the image processing algorithm is doing a stitching on that. Once it is doing the stitching, then what you are finally is going to have a complete view of this whole cricket ground. Right. Now that's a pretty interesting one. If you're just taking one shot, let us say, what you could see is probably that thing, which is not even covering the quarter part of it, isn't it? So, but if you want to use a panorama cam, you can definitely cover the complete cricket ground, isn't it? So this is only an example of the cricket ground, but you can cover a lot of landscapes out of it. Anyway. So these are applications in the media industry of image processing. Other than this, the very vital and the social impacting application of image processing is in medical. Right. One, medical imaging there are so many things available. For example, MRI medical techniques are there to scan your brain and find what is faulty with it, whether some kind of a malfunction is happening around. So brain mapping is something which is a very forerunning research in image processing. Am I making you feel bored? There are a lot of people talking something else. Is it boring? Do you expect more equations on the board? Okay. These are very interesting. If you listen, you'll be interested more. Anyway, right? So other than that, there are things like what we call it as the SQL extraction problem. So many things are there. But anyway, these are medical. If you're interested towards it, you can probably jump in. There are so many available data sets of images where you can employ your image processing techniques. Probably if you learn image processing techniques, then you can employ them and use it for, okay, it's not simple, right? I mean, you're going to use it for a societal application, so it's going to be great. Okay, one very used, very significant image processing application was in developing a 3D model of a virus. Right? It's a very important thing because knowing the dimension of a virus is a very important thing for the people who do research on virus to encounter them. Right? If you know the dimensions, how they look like, you could develop antibiotics based on that dimensions. So it's a very important thing. But the cameras will not give you that thing, or any other technology will not give you a three-dimensional effect of the virus. Right? So what we want to have is develop a method to do a 3D model of it. Right? So what we do is we take an electron beam. Right? It's a very nice thing. Electron beam. Everybody knows electron microscope. I should have heard about it, isn't it? So it's nothing but an electron microscope where you place the subject, right, whatever you want to test, the virus itself, right, you place it on a slide, and you place it right underneath the microscope and take a shot of it. Now the fact is, you're not going to take only one shot of it, you're going to take multiple shots. Right, you're going to roll this from, say, 180 degree to another 180 degree. Right? So what you're going to have is you're going to have, let's say, 1 degree of difference you have. You're going to take 180 different snapshots. Right? So same virus, you're taking shots of different angles. That means you're going to take 180 degree images, 180 different images. Now you're going to use the stitching process what we talked last time in the panorama. So we use the stitching process. The same kind of a stitching process will work here, and they provide a three-dimensional aspect of this virus. Now that's the beauty of this thing. So what we are showing is only a 1 degree, let us say 28 degree, right? Now we have, for different degrees, you have different images. I cannot put all of them, but just for an idea. So you can get so many different, and you can do a stitching process on that. Or the image processing algo can definitely work on that and give a complete 3D view. Now this is what is the redeemed or the developed model that you can look at. Now this is not simply just came up, it just was based on how they're looking in these different 180 different angles. Just like how it stitched up, and it gave you this kind of a result. Now this is very useful. You can look at this dimensions, what all things are possible, how you can peek through into it, and how you can damage the virus. It's a very important thing. So, research-wise, image processing does a lot of both in medical, also, right? In medical as well as what you saw in the media also. Okay, so one other application that we can discuss on or see is on the industrial side, right? How these are going to be useful in industry, how image processing is going to be useful in industry. We saw how it is useful in media, how it is useful in medical, isn't it? Now, how it's going to be useful in industry? Like, you have so many number of objects coming out, and there is some person sitting and visually seeing that object and say, okay, this is good object, not a good object, right? You have to have the difference, right? Somebody has to tell that. For that, you cannot employ a person who can do a 24/7 work there just to keep looking at it and say this is good or bad. Now, I want to take this guy off and put a machine there which has a vision system, and then possibly that could give me a clear indicator of which is bad and which is not, right? So how they are going to be helpful? So that specifically we call this technique as a machine vision technique, because the vision that you have, it's going to take an action based on what you have seen. So it's going to behave with the help of machines, right? So it's going to do some action based on whatever you have seen. So there are some steps in machine vision. There are so many. These are, you can see all these things as different algorithms. What you call this here is different algorithms in machine vision. So it's not a simple processing problem. It is a processing problem. It's a segmentation problem where you need to segment the object of interest. Right? I'll let you know when I just show you the slides. You probably will understand much better. Object extraction, there is a recognition and there is a classification problems. Recognition and classification problems. Anyway, we'll just look at that. Okay, so I'm not going to take any arbitrary example. Let me just give an example that we did it.